Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bliss Breaks Live. I'm Kristen and I'll be your guide for today. And if you're joining us for the first time, a Bliss Break is an easy mental exercise that you can do to reduce stress, manifest peace, and capture joy in your life. Each idea typically takes less than 10 minutes, doesn't cost any money, and it can be done anywhere, almost any time. Practicing a Bliss Break will support you in becoming more aware of the abundance and the beauty that's already present in your life. And by taking a moment in your day to acknowledge the power of your thoughts and the purpose of your experience, you can improve your health and well-being. I am so glad that you joined me today. We've got a good crew here, and this week we are wrapping up our series on the elements of Earth. So first we did water, we did air, we did earth last week, and today we are going to talk about fire. Some of you will love fire. Some people feel fire is destructive or scary or fearful. And so I want to spend just a few minutes talking about that and looking at that. Yes, of course, when we see images of a wildfire burning and threatening homes or life or property, that's a very real and very scary experience for those who are witnessing that or experiencing that. However, fire does have a lot of positives. There's a lot of amazing things that happen when we utilize fire in our life. And I want to share some of those for you just to remind you about those. For example, we use fire for heating food, for preparing food. Now, today, in these times, we may not be, out in the wilderness on an open fire. But, back in my Girl Scout days, I led my group and taught them how to do everything, including baking a cake on an open fire. So there are times in our life where we still utilize fire for our food. We also see the glorious results of the aftermath of a forest fire when that fire, the heat involved in that, has forced the pine cones to open up and reseed the landscape. That's a very fascinating series of circulation that happens in our natural world and our natural experience. Fire often represents passion, and that's one of the things that we're going to talk about during our exercise today. Passion, as most people would see it, is a very positive element or a positive aspect to our life. And fire is in the energy system, it's located right in our belly, in the lower part, I guess, of our core. And this is really where we can say that we've ignited passion, or we have that fire burning in our belly. All those attributes come from that understanding that the body part that is associated with fire, the color orange and that sort of thing, is that lower half of our solar plexus. Not only are there the destructive elements of fire, but there's a lot of renewal in fire. Imagine the phoenix rising from the ashes in a form or symbol of creation. That's a very neat visual that shows you from that hot and from that intensity, something can launch out and become something new. And also we use fire to keep us warm. I, for one, am a big fan of candles. I have a couple of them burning over here. I like the smell, I like the warmth, I like the flicker of the glow. I have lots and lots of electric candles actually that I use in various sacred practices. Some of them in the window, you can't see them now, but in the window in my office, they come on about 4 or 5 o'clock at night, and they're just the electronic kind that flicker and show that warmth. And I'm very, very fond of that image. I've also done a lot of meditating in front of a candle flame. We've even done that as a bliss break in and of itself at times. And with our fire talk and our exploration of fire, I want to do an exercise with you today. I reached out to our one of our senior ministers at Mile High Church. His name is Reverend Joshua Reeves, and he did an exercise this past Sunday, which I found to be extremely powerful. And I contacted him. I said, hey, can I use this as a bliss break this week? And he said, oh, absolutely. He would be honored to have this exercise shared with those of you who are on the call today. So I'm really excited to do this with you. Like any bliss break, I would like, and I'm not going to, declare that you have to do it this way, but I'm going to encourage you to put your feet flat on the floor, rest or relax your hands, palm side up in receivership in your lap. Straighten your spine, lengthening from the top of your head all the way down your body, just to open up those energy centers that we have in all of our bodies and straighten up a little bit. Not to mention it's good for our posture, right? And we'll start like we do every bliss break with a couple of deep breaths, the belly breaths, the kind that make your tummy extend out. And you can breathe in through your nostrils and breathe out through pursed lips so you can hear it. Inhale in. You may even see the breath or the air coming in and something you want to extinguish or go away exiting your body. It's a very cool experience. If it is safe for you to do so, please close your eyes, and you'll probably be better able to visualize this experience with your eyes closed. And then, of course, at any moment, if you are feeling discomfort, if you get worried or concerned, you're always encouraged to shake out your hands, open up your eyes, and that will stop the intensity of your experience at any given moment. So today we're going to talk about the fire, the passion of love, and the love that we have for the people around us, for our planet, for all the people we come in contact with, but particularly some important relationships. And I'm going to be asking you a series of questions and encouraging you to accept people just as they are and to love them just as they are for what they are. And I'd first like to start with your parents. I will encourage you to visualize your parents. Maybe it's grandparents. Maybe it is a parental figure or mentor, someone like that. And just allow their image to come to you. And I'd like you to say to them, I let go of my attachment to who I think you should be. I accept you as you are, and I love you as you are. Deep breath in and exhale, visualizing a candle. And as you blow out, you're blowing that candle out. And you'll see the smoke float away. And that is your attachment to that person or your ideal of that person, and allow it to float off. Next, I'll ask you to call forth children. These can be your children, someone close to you's children, someone you mentor. children you know or love. And I want you to say to them, I let go of my attachment to who I think you should be. And I accept you as you are. I love you as you are. Deep breath in and blow out like you're blowing out a candle. The next person I would ask you to pull into your visualization or to call forth would be your partner. This could be a romantic partner. It could be a past spouse or a future love interest. Just allow that visual representation of them to come to your mind's eye easily and gently. And I ask you to say to them, I let go of my attachment to who I think you should be. And I accept you for who you are. And I love you for who you are. Deep breath in and blow out to extinguish that candle. And lastly, I will ask you to call forth a picture of yourself in your mind's eye. Seeing yourself with love, and say to yourself, I let go of my attachment to whom I think I should be, and I accept myself just as I am, and I love myself just as I am. And with a deep breath, inhale, purposely exhaling, extinguishing that camera. You have lit a fire for each of these people whom you called forth in your imagination. And the fire is so helpful to reduce the defenses that the heart puts up, those walls that separate us from one another, imaginary or real. These defenses just crumble, they just fade. Take a deep breath in and return back to the room where you started. Shake out your shoulders and your neck. Another cleansing inhale and exhale to let go of this exercise. And I hope that you could use this exercise anytime you come up against a person, a situation, a condition that you're not really sure that you can handle. This is highly effective in releasing the way that you think things should be done so that you can honor this person that's coming forward to show you perhaps a different way, many times an easier way. And it's also a great exercise for releasing fear or the causes of fear that we have and that we meet in our day-to-day life. I am so excited about this exercise, and I will be sure to get this posted on YouTube, on the Bliss Break YouTube channel, so that you can share it with friends, so that you can also come back to it and do it again later. Before I turn off our recording so that we can just have some sharing time, I just want to let you know how grateful I am that you joined us today. We have such a special group of people who take time out of their day to do a Bliss Break. And not only do I feel supported, I feel it's important that you acknowledge your support of yourself. Please stay connected on Facebook and Instagram at Kristen Engelke or at Take Bliss Breaks, all one word. Be sure to mark your calendars and join us every Wednesday at 1:30 Mountain Time for the next Bliss Break. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.